Today, we're diving into a head-to-head comparison between the brand new Marshall Heston 120 and the Sony Bravia Theatre Bar 9. Marshall is stepping into the soundbar game for the very first time, bringing its legendary rock and roll styling to the living room, while Sony comes armed with an award-winning pedigree in home audio. On the other hand, the Bravia Theatre Bar 9 actually replaced the three-time award-winning HTA 7000, so it has a lot to live up to, and it already holds an award of its own. On paper, the Marshall Heston 120 grabs attention with its iconic design, flexible connectivity, and Dolby Atmos support. On the other hand, Sony's Bar 9 focuses on superior sound performance with its 13-driver array and advanced spatial processing. Let's dive into a detailed comparison of these two soundbars and see which one is the right choice for you. And if you find this video helpful, please help out the channel by giving it a like and subscribing. Let's kick things off with design and build quality, because these two soundbars could not look more different. The Marshall Heston 120 wears its guitar amp heritage proudly, with PU leather trim, classic paper fret cloth, brushed metal detailing, and those signature knurled knobs for bass, treble, and volume on top. Measuring 110 centimeters wide and weighing 7.04 kilograms, it feels like a statement piece that demands attention in any room. On the other hand, Sony's Bravia Theatre Bar 9 takes a subtle, minimalist approach. At 130 centimeters wide but slimmer in height and depth with a 5.5 kilogram frame, it blends seamlessly under most TVs. Its fabric-covered design with rounded corners aims to disappear into your setup, and it only has one physical control, a small power button on the right side. Sony also includes spacers and wall mounting brackets for flexible placement, so if you value bold styling that makes your soundbar a centerpiece, the Marshall will speak to you. But if you prioritize a clean, discreet look that complements your TV, the Sony is the smarter pick. Moving on to features and connectivity, the Marshall Heston 120 packs a surprising amount of tech for a first-generation product. It supports HDMI EARC and even has HDMI pass-through with 4K at 120 Hz and Dolby Vision HDR, making it a great choice for gaming setups. Wireless connectivity is also top-notch with Wi-Fi 6, AirPlay 2, Google Cast, Spotify Connect, Tidal Connect, and Bluetooth 5.3 with LE Audio and Auracast. For wired options, you get analog RCA inputs for turntables, Ethernet, and USB-C. Marshall even includes app-based EQ adjustments and room calibration via built-in microphones, plus 4 preset modes for music, movie, voice, and night. On the other hand, Sony's Theatre Bar 9 is more streamlined but still solid, offering HDMI EARC with an extra HDMI 2.1 input, supporting 4K at 120 Hz, VRR, and ALLM, along with AirPlay 2, Spotify Connect, and Bluetooth 5.2. It skips RCA and Tidal Connect, but it brings sound field optimization and 360 spatial sound mapping to virtually place speakers around your room. That means if you prioritize flexible connectivity and music streaming, Marshall is your friend. But if home theater calibration and immersive setup tools matter most, Sony takes the win. When it comes to sound quality and Dolby Atmos performance, the difference between these two becomes clear. The Sony Bravia Theatre Bar 9 features 13 drivers, including up-firing and side-firing speakers paired with quad passive radiators, creating a wide, airy, and cinematic presentation. Its Dolby Atmos delivery pushes effects far left, right, and up toward the ceiling, giving a true 3D experience that makes action scenes thrilling. Dynamic range is excellent, handling both subtle details and explosive moments with confidence. The Marshall Heston 120 brings an 11-driver 5.1.2 setup with 150 watts of peak power. And while it improves massively over TV speakers, it simply cannot match the energy and depth of the Sony. Vocals are clear and dialogue remains intelligible, but bass feels soft, and big cinematic effects lack punch. Dolby Atmos here is more boxed in, with less height and projection, so if you value cinematic immersion with room filling, dynamic sound for movies and games, the Sony is hard to beat. That means if you prioritize clear dialogue and casual viewing with a stylish presence, Marshall still has something to offer. When it comes to music playback and daily use, Marshall's reputation might lead you to expect an edge, but reality tells a different story. The Heston 120 handles vocals well, maintaining clarity and emotional resonance even at low volumes, which makes it great for talk shows or dialogue-heavy content. But it lacks the dynamic punch and nuanced bass that would make music truly engaging. Even switching to its dedicated music preset, instruments often feel pushed to the background, and bigger transitions in songs or movie soundtracks can fall flat. On the other hand, Sony's Theatre Bar 9 brings space and precision to music. Instruments have room to breathe, and the separation between layers makes every detail clear, even if it leans a little toward a clinical sound rather than warmth. For everyday TV use, Sony's clarity and spacious soundstage also shine, making sports, movies, and streaming content feel more alive. That means if you prioritize musicality, lively dynamics, and a soundbar that elevates everything you watch, Sony is the more satisfying companion. But if your focus is stylish casual listening and better than TV sound, Marshall will still keep you happy. As for my final verdict, this comparison really highlights the strengths and weaknesses of each approach. The Marshall Heston 120 is a bold first step into the soundbar world, offering iconic styling, flexible connectivity, and a price that makes it tempting for fans of the brand. It looks fantastic in a living room and is packed with features that make it versatile for music streaming and gaming. But its sound performance simply does not reach the level expected for a premium soundbar. On the other hand, Sony's Bravia Theatre Bar 9 is the clear choice for anyone who values audio quality above all. Its cinematic Dolby Atmos presentation, dynamic range, and precision with both movies and music leave a lasting impression, and frequent discounts make it much more accessible than its original price. In short, choose the Marshall if design, brand appeal, and versatile connectivity matter most, and you are okay with average sound. But if you want the soundbar that truly transforms your home theater experience, the Sony Bravia Theatre Bar 9 is the one to beat.